Very good morning to the Honorable Chairman BOG, Director, Deputy Director, Lieutenant General Vishambar Singh, respected DA awardees 2022, alumni of 1973, including 1974 batch, BR batch, and their families, esteemed faculties and students. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all on the auspicious occasion of 176th Foundation Day of the Institute. Now I request DA, DYAA awardees and all of you to come forward for flag hoisting ceremony. Will announce. Okay, 2 minutes, after 2 minutes.
I request everyone, please have a seat.
Morning to the Honorable Chairman BOG, Director, Deputy Director, IIT Roorkee, Lieutenant General Vishambar Singh, Sir, respected DA awardees 2022, alumni of 1973, including the alumni of 1974 BARC batch and their families, esteemed faculties and students. It gives us immense pleasure to welcome you all on the auspicious occasion of the 176th Foundation Day of the Institute. Now, I would request everyone to please rise for the Kulgeet.
जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान हिमगिरि शृंगों से अभिनंदित गंगा जल करते कलगान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान सरसा आदर्शों में उन्नत जीवन शिल्पी भूरचनारत शिक्षा आदर्शों में उन्नत जीवन शिल्पी भूरचनारत श्रमं विना न किमपि साध्यं व्रत यंत्र कला कौशल अभियान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जन जीवन प्रासाद उठाकर सेतु बांधवो खंड जुड़ाकर जन जीवन प्रासाद उठाकर सेतु बांधवो खंड जुड़ाकर अंतरिक्ष में यान उड़ाकर नवयुग को देता आह्वान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान सर्जन हित जीवन नित अर्पित धरा स्वर्ग शोभा कर निर्मित सर्जन हित जीवन नित अर्पित धरा स्वर्ग शोभा कर निर्मित वैज्ञानिक युग पट में मूर्तित भूपर लाता स्वर्ण विहार जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान नई प्रेरणा से दीपित मन नव सपनों से हर्षित लोचन नई प्रेरणा से दीपित मन नव सपनों से हर्षित लोचन नई सत्य की उर में धड़कन ध्येय राष्ट्र जीवन कल्याण जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान हिमगिरि शृंगों से अभिनंदित गंगा जल करते कलगान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान
Thank you. Please have a seat. I'm sure that the Kulgit must have triggered all the memories attached to the institute in all of us. Let's now move on with the event. I would like to invite the Director IIT Roorkee to welcome the Chairman BOG with a token of gratitude. Now I request Director Sir to welcome the DA awardees with the token of respect. Thank you, sir. Now I would request Chairman BOG, Director IIT Roorkee, Deputy Director IIT Roorkee to please proceed to the dais and request Dora sir to accompany them. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request the Dean of Resources and Alumni Affairs, Professor R.D. Garg, to deliver the speech and give a brief introduction about the award.
Okay. Thank you, Ananda. Honorable Shri BVR Mohan Reddy ji, Chairman BOG, Professor K.K. Pant, Director IIT Roorkee, Professor U.P. Singh, Deputy Director, Lieutenant General Vishambar Singh ji, dignitaries from Bengal Engineering Group and Center, Golden Jubilee alumni, and distinguished alumnus awardees, faculty, students, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. Thank you all for coming over here to just join us for the Institute Foundation Day function. It is with immense pleasure and pride that I welcome you to this momentous occasion. Today, we have gathered not only to honor our alma mater, but to shine a spotlight on the remarkable achievements of our distinguished alumnus. Here, I would like to share some interesting facts about the awards. The DA was started in 2005 in 3 categories, but later it was thought that we have 150 years plus legacy, and all of our alumni are doing very well all around the world. That's why if we give a very less number of award every year, it will be too less. We will not be able to honor our alumni. That's why later there are 6 categories which have been started. In each category, there are 2 awards. So as such, we can give approximately 12 awards. And just I want to quote one statement by, I know that he always speaks from his heart. Lieutenant General Vishambar Singh sir told that he got so many medals from the president, but the Distinguished Alumni Award is the closest to his heart. Thank you, sir, for your love. So after we have these categories, we have included industrialists as well as technocrats. And these are also from India as well as abroad. And nominations of DAA are invited all over the world. And any alumni of our institute can submit the nomination online. So till date, we have announced 91 DA, Distinguished Alumni, 12 Distinguished Young Alumni, DYAA, and 5 OS, Outstanding Service Awards. This year, we have announced 8 DA, 3 DYAA, and 2 OS awards. So I once again convey my heartiest congratulations to all our distinguished alumni who have got this award. I am confident that your journey will inspire the future generations and further elevate the standing of our alma mater, because your role is very important for the uprising of our institute. So thank you all. Thanks.
Thank you, Professor R.D. Garg. Now, I would like to request the Director of IIT Roorkee, Professor K.K. Pant, to address the gathering.
Very good morning to all of you. Our Chairman BOG, Shri BVR Mohan Reddy ji, our Deputy Director, Professor UP Singh, Dean Resource, Dr. Garg, Lieutenant General Shri Vishambar Singh ji, all the distinguished alumni for 2022, all the alumni of 1977 batch who are here for the Golden Jubilee, my dear faculty colleagues, and all the guests, ladies and gentlemen, those who are here, the officers from Army. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you at our IIT Roorkee campus. In fact, it is your IIT Roorkee campus, which is always known for its flora and fauna. Environment, when you talk about, right, it's a Devbhumi of Uttarakhand, and the river Ganges flows right through Himalaya. So it's always had been a destination and dream for every Indian and international citizen. Having said that, today is the auspicious day known as Foundation Day, and we are celebrating 176 years of its establishment. If you look at our journey of this institute from 1847 and to date, you might have seen the lot of changes and lot of things which have come as per the need of the society, as per the need of the globe. We are looking forward to fulfill our dream with One Earth, One Family, One Solution, and looking towards all the research and engineering which is needed for the sustainable societal development. Keeping all these facts in mind, we have, if you look at 50 years before when you were the student, and now there are 23 departments in the institute. We have 9 centers which are required as per the need of the multidisciplinary approach. And very recently, there is a new school of Mehta Foundation School for Data Science and Artificial Intelligence. So, in total, when you look at the journey, when it became in 2001, the IIT Roorkee, and total 10,000 students now in the campus with 13 hostels, there are a lot of challenges also to address, the maintenance, to look at the life in the campus, to diversify. So instead of looking for horizontal development, we are moving vertically also. And also we are looking for several kind of achievements in order to reach to the or reach among the top 100 or 200 institutes of the world. We want to improve our outreach. We want to improve the perception about IIT Roorkee or in total the University of Roorkee. And for that, the achievements of the alumni becomes very important. And I am proud of you. I am proud to tell you that when we look at the database, we have more than 5 unicorns. We have a large number of alumni who have done marvelous in their areas of research or engineering or contribution toward the society. This is the need of the hour, that our alumni should be globally visible with the name of IIT Roorkee. And for that, all of your support is very important, because societal nowadays, how the publicity is made through society, publicity is made through different kind of platforms. That's very important. The award and recognition, generally every year we give 12, but I must tell you, when we have to identify the numbers to bring it to this level which has been decided right by the committee, but all the time these committee members who are the stalwarts in their own area and external bodies, they always say we are finding very difficult to shortlist to find out these 12. This shows that whatever the nomination, whatever the application we do get, right, all are distinguished. So I must say that all our alumni are distinguished. And then when we churn, right, couple of you or some of you come as a cream of the cream, and then we just have to give, right, take out that butter out of that right curd, and then we just decide these numbers. So we all are proud of you. We are proud of all the alumni, and your contribution toward the society, your contribution toward national and international development, that is really marvelous. Every individual have done the great in their respective areas, whether they are in academic, whether they are in industry, or whether they are involved in different kind of the development software activities or the societal work. When we talk about the IIT Roorkee achievement, the new generation, their role is also very important. You know that, as I said, that there are 10,000 students in the campus. And when we look at their development, their challenges, because sometimes they are confused with respect to the selecting which branch is important, and sometimes they are confused with their careers. And at that time, I think the connectivity with you like a seniors, right, those who have already, right, crossed those barriers, is very important. So I would be happy if you keep on sharing your thoughts, sharing your suggestions, right, to our students forum, and either in person or through online mode. That would definitely will be helpful. We have already changed our curriculum as per the need of the society, as per the need for the professional development. And now we have 150 startups in the campus. We have already encouraged the students since their first year that how they should look their career as a team, how can they look forward the multidisciplinary research approach and interdisciplinary research approach, and then develop some ideas. So critical thinking is very important, and then they work as a team, they generate the ideas, and then we select the ideas, and then they work on those problems. And the flexibility in the system is now that they can avail the 6-month semester leave or a year semester leave, and institute support them for that. We also provide them the financial support up to 50 lakh if the idea has some potential and shortlisted by a specific committee. So this is one of the very important, that when we look at the development of a child, and we are looking for the holistic development, and this has given a lot of opportunity to our young minds, and we are getting several good research outputs and the startups. I think that a couple of these will go to the next level also soon. This is where we need to work together. And when you look at that kind of the approach, which is important, that science, technology, engineering, mathematics, added with the economics and then the availability, which is called market readiness level, that also we taught them. We also taught them about how to be a good human being, because getting a degree, CGPA is not very important, but at the same time, how they are able to mix up with the team, how their life is stress-free throughout in the campus, and how are they connecting themselves with the society so that they can understand their responsibility towards the society, they can understand the responsibility towards their parents and family. That is also equally important. So how do they contribute at the end after becoming an engineer or after becoming an entrepreneurship? That is also very important. So we are trying to give them a complete holistic development approach, and that is also, I'm sure that with this National Education Policy 2020, there are a lot of things which have come, and we have introduced a course, something like Indian knowledge system. So Indian knowledge system is also which is important for every student, and that is the heritage culture of our India. So that will also be important in order to understand them, to learn their cultural value, social responsibility, and that is being done. Similarly, we have added now, as I said, one branch is not important. So whatever the need of the society or new courses, so every course has included this artificial intelligence, data science application, so that students should learn these things. So we are trying, and we need to take your constant input, support. So please be in touch with all of us, any of us, our faculty, or with me, or the way you want to interact. Please come in person off and on, again and again, share your thoughts, or keep on blessing up. I congratulate all the alumni. I congratulate everyone who is here, and I am thankful on behalf of IIT Roorkee that you are here today despite your busy schedule, and you have given us the time and sharing your thoughts here. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. And I request you to kindly present a token of respect to Chairman BOG. Now I request our chief guest, Chairman BOG Shri BVR Mohan Reddy, to address the gathering, please.
Professor K.K. Pant, Professor U.P. Singh, Professor R.D. Garg, Lieutenant General Bishambar Singh, our distinguished Alumni Award winners, Ms. Rashmi Verma, Professor Bharat Bhaskar, Mr. Kamal Bali, Mr. Vinay Kumar Tripathi, Mr. Harish Kumar. I can't see him. Our photographers. Mr. Amit Gupta, Mr. Rajat Shrikar, Mr. Saurabh Sancheti, Mr. Siddharth Maheshwari, Mr. Nishan Chandra. Our class of 1977 were celebrating their golden jubilee, their spouses, our deans, faculty, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to all of you. We also have prospective IIT Roorkee students. We have some children around, and we like to encourage them to come and join IIT Roorkee at some point of time. It's indeed a monumental day in the history of IIT Roorkee. There are several things that are happening today. We celebrate our distinguished alumni awardee achievements. Added to that, it happens to be on a day when we have also our foundation day. We finish our 176 years today and move into the 177th year. An amazing achievement for an institution for lasting for so long and certainly improving themselves year after year. I don't know how many of you are familiar, but this year, IIT Roorkee joined the ranks of the top 5 technical education institutions in this country. We got the NIRF ranking of number 5. It's somewhat of a sweet revenge in the sense that we are a 176-year-old institution. People will call us, we're a 20-year-old or 23-year-old IIT. And so we were not still making it to the Gen 1 IIT list of being in the top 5. The top 5 literally were reserved for the first gen IITs. The fact that we could replace one of them and become one of the top 5 is a reflection of the type of work, the leadership that's being provided by Professor Garg, Professor Pant, Professor Singh, Professor Garg, a number of other deans I see in front of me, the faculty. So can you please join your hands to thank them for all their efforts in making sure that IIT Roorkee is now on the top 5 technology institutions in this country. Today is largely to celebrate your success of the distinguished alumni, their accomplishments. We not only want to acknowledge your achievements, but also reflect on the indelible impact that you have made in your own fields and because of the legacy that reflects back on your minds. Let me make a few points thereafter. First is that I'd like to share my deepest sense of gratitude for the relentless pursuit that you have shown for excellence in the chosen path. Your unwavering commitment are beacons of inspiration for the current and future generations. I repeat, your unwavering commitment is a beacon of inspiration for the current and future generations. It reminds that your institution continues to be, was, and now continues to be a cradle of brilliance and a hub of fostering talent. The second point is that each of you represents a unique success story in the field you choose to be in from very diverse backgrounds. You've been leaders and innovators, entrepreneurs from the corporate world. You have done extraordinary work with significant impact in providing services, whether it's in education, research, public service, and all of you, sum total of it, have been embodiment to me of change in the society. You are the change makers. My third point is that in addition to the meaningful contribution you have made in your fields that you choose to be in, there's enormous amount of contribution you made to the communities in terms of philanthropy, transformed lives, upliftment of others' lives, and sow seeds of brighter future in coming generations. So therefore, what I believe is that you have demonstrated the core values that were instilled in you in our institution, demonstrating leadership, integrity, commitment to service. So these are amazing traits that we have seen in all of you. Also, you've been during the time you spent at the institute exemplified the power of knowledge, the critical thinking, and your perseverance. You are ambassadors of the institute's ethos, and you are great representatives of what this institute and its reputation. Lastly, let me move on to the people who also contributed to your success. It's the faculty and the dedicated staff who nurtured you through your education journey while you're here, and they continue to provide the unwavering mentorship and believe in potential of just you and but many more, and continue to build an organization which is becoming stronger by the year. On that count, let's all join hands to congratulate our distinguished Alumni Award winners. But before I step out of this podium, I have 3 asks for all of you, not just the distinguished alumni, but to be more specific to them. The first ask I have is that I'm sure many of you know more than I do, but let me bring that up to the surface, that AI is surpassing the human capability. In some of these areas that we have seen, that it took a long time. Take the example of speech recognition and then handwriting recognition. It took us, there's evidence to say, from a 0% to 100%. AI took 20 years. That's what it did. But what are we seeing today is that the amount of time it takes is much shorter. Take the examples of code generation or grad school math or common sense comprehension. They took less than 3 months to get to a level of 100% of AI, 100% of human capability. The second thing that we are also seeing is that they're actually surpassing human capability. I'll call out 3 of them. One is image recognition, reading comprehension, and language understanding. So it is not frightening, but that's reality of life. What we are seeing further is that it's become all pervasive. It is not necessarily limited to any specific industry or area. You see it in anything that you can name. I'll give you an example of how AI is playing a role. In the recent past, Goldman Sachs did a research to find out how corporate world is looking at AI implementation in different sectors. And what do they believe in terms of the benefits that they derive? I just have statistics. At the top of the list was understandably technology, media, and telecom. They think in the next 10 years, they will see $860 billion of benefit coming out to them because of AI. The second one was to do with healthcare. It was to do with finance. And a few more if you add that they looked at on the impact. They're anticipating about $3 trillion of savings in the next 10 years to the industry because of AI usage. What does it mean to us? We have one of the best AI departments at IIT Roorkee. We need this to be strengthened. I like to appeal to our alumni. We have a distinguished alumni as well as the class of 1977, I believe. Or did I get 70? Sorry, 77. I got it right. 77. 73. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. But math went wrong today. So therefore, what I request is, I request all of you to be ambassadors and spread the Institute's capabilities in AI for us to get more amount of traction and to ensure that we do more amount of research and bring about commercialization. My second appeal to all of you is that startups are flourishing in this country. Irrespective of how you count, we probably are the 3rd largest startup nation in this country. And there's enormous amount of need for startups in this nation, not only because of employment generation, but also because of the economic benefits that we've seen, improvement of comforts that have come by through more amount of innovation that happens from these nimble-footed small companies. So my appeal to all my friends here, the batch of 1973 and our distinguished alumni, is to encourage the alumni, encourage the startups in your organizations. I'm sure you're doing that. I know some examples of what several companies do already. But I'm only making an appeal on behalf of startups, entrepreneurs, to see that we get a lot more traction from our local industry. My third and last appeal is that while we talked about the amount of progress we are seeing in technology advancements, We're also seeing in acceleration startups centrally funding education institutions or technology institutions are finding challenges in terms of funding. We do find that, we get reasonably well funded on our salaries, direct or indirect, but rest of them in terms of developing infrastructure, we find it very difficult. One could always easily say, can't you do your internal revenue generation? But given some of the other constraints that we have, for example, we don't have flexibility in terms of determining the fee structure in the institute. It's all determined by Government of India. So the result is there is absolutely crying need for more amount of funding for these institutions to prosper. So therefore, my appeal to all of you, to the alumni and award winners, is please leverage your network and help us in terms of resource enabling to provide quality education and research. Finally, before I step out, I'd like to again acknowledge that the distinguished alumni symbolize a transformative power of education to me. Education has made the difference in what your success is today. And of course, coupled with that was your resilience and your determination. You inspire all of us. I read every one of your resumes and I felt at where I am in my life inspired with what you have done. We wish you all the very best in making sure that you build a great nation in coming years. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. Now, moving on to the award ceremony. I would like to call upon the Head of Chemical Engineering Department, Professor Prakash Biswas, to read the citation of Ms. Rashmi Verma, BE Chemical, 1977 batch.
Respected Chairman BOG, or Director Professor Pant, Deputy Director Professor Singh, our Dean, Research Alumni, all other faculty colleagues, all the alumni and their family, the administrative staff, and my dear friends. Very good morning to all of you. It's indeed a great honor for me to read the citation for our alumni, Ms. Rashmi Verma, who is going to get this distinguished alumni award today. So Ms. Rashmi Verma, 1977 BE Chemical, is co-founder and currently CTO of the company Map My India. She is one of India's first woman tech entrepreneur. Armed with the problem-solving capability offered by the rigorous engineering education offered at IIT Roorkee, then University of Roorkee, and subsequent MS at Eastern Washington University, USA, she was able to garner and chalk out a coveted career in software arena at IBM USA, where she rapidly grew to become a consultant to the IBM Global Business Service during a time when IBM's pioneering foray into professional software technology consulting had made such career, even with IBM, highly prized. After 12 years of successful career at a settled life, Rashmi and her husband headed for India to fulfill their destiny and found Map My India, India's first and only digital map product company and one of India's most successful tech companies. While navigating a whole slew of challenges in the country where organizations and citizens did not consider digital map at all, she persevered, getting the entire country mapped digitally until comprehensive map and data of India was created. Again, at a time when IT sector in India mainly meant internationally packaged software, sales and custom software and data service, she took a leadership positions of charting Map My India as a product company as early as 2004 by launching Map My India maps as a packaged product. Subsequently, her relentless pursuit of disruptive solutions for enterprises as well as consumers covers Map My India to a deep tech product and platform company. It's a pleasure and privilege for the Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, to honor Ms. Rashmi Verma with the Distinguished Alumnus Award of 2022 in the category of Entrepreneurial Excellence. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request Director IIT Roorkee and BOG Chairman to confer the award on Ms. Rashmi Verma. We request Ms. Rashmi Verma to come forward to receive the award. Thank you. Now I would request Ms. Rashmi Verma to speak a few words.
Honorable Chairman Shri Reddy, Director Pant, Deputy Director Professor Singh, Professor Garg, esteemed distinguished alumni, fellow alumni, and ladies and gentlemen. I feel really humbled and honored to receive this award. It's a testament to the transformative powers of professional education that has helped me achieve what I have been able to do throughout my journey. This award really inevitably forces me to reflect on my journey and, makes me ask, what are the different forces that have propelled me through the ups and downs of life, through a circuitous and arduous but exciting journey to plow on relentlessly in the areas that I have chosen. I'm a small town girl. I grew up in a small town. I had no clue when I reflect back to 1972, 73 time frame. I had no clue to the outside, the possibilities that existed in the outside world. And one day my father, he showed me a newspaper cutting where University of Roorkee was inviting applications from students for entrance exam. And he helped me fill that application. And this is how I came to be in Roorkee. I was one of the 5 girls who joined the engineering batch of 1973 out of approximately 150 boys. This is the campus where I learned my lessons in resilience, the campus that shaped my character and that provided me the passion for innovation. I'm grateful to all the dedicated faculty members, my contemporaries, my peers, their collaborative spirit, and the role models that I was exposed to that helped me metamorphose into a person who could take on challenges on the world stage. And I'm also very grateful and thankful to the progressive outlook of my parents that helped me navigate to Roorkee and also for their loving guidance and support through my life that helped me achieve whatever I have been able to achieve. Some other enablers too, I must mention. My family, I was fortunate. I would say I was fortunate because it wasn't the norm, and I don't know if it still is. My spouse and me, we had an equal partnership. I was encouraged. We both encouraged each other, let me put it that way. And that helped me follow my dreams and charter my journey in the way that I was able to. With the support of my family, I was able to share the responsibilities that come with having a family and forge ahead. The other enablers, of course, was when I joined IBM, and that's where I learned and I got the grip of practical application of technology and innovation. Another enabler was when you get so much appreciation, so much love in your, say, family unit, and Roorkee was a family from our faculty, from our peers, then it sets a deep desire to do something for your mother country, your institute, your fellow citizens. And this deep desire gave me, a purpose in life that infused in us a passion that has stood us in good stead over this long and arduous journey where we have faced many challenges. Coming back to this achievement is not just a recognition of, this award is not just a recognition of my past or past achievements. It's also a call to action. And actions to give back to the institute that helped shaped my character, my resilience, armed me with knowledge and skills to be able to go through my journey with ease. Again, in conclusion, I would like to say that I share my award with my alma mater, the esteemed faculty who nurtured me and guided me, my family, my friends, my colleagues at MAPMA India, and the colleagues at IBM who have supported me and been a pillar of support for me. So I share this award with each one of them. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to call upon Head of the ECE Department, Professor Nagendra Pathak, to read the citation of Professor Bharat Bhaskar, BE ECE 1980 batch.
Good morning to all of you. I'm reading citation for Professor Bharat Bhaskar, who was our alumni 1980 batch from Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Professor Bhaskar is presently director at IIM Ahmedabad. He obtained his PhD and master's degree in computer science at Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University, USA. Prior to accepting the position of director IIM Ahmedabad, Professor Bhaskar served as Professor of Information Technology and Systems at IIM Lucknow. He has also served as Director of IIM Raipur from March 2017 to March 2022. He was Acting Director of IIM Lucknow during July 2015 to November 2015. As a Mentor Director or Convener, Nodal Professor at IIM Srimoor in 2015. He was honored with Best Director of Business Schools Award for transforming IIM Raipur to a great place to work and its exponential growth. Professor Bhaskar has held various visiting academic positions such as International Expert Advisor at University of Tenaga National Malaysia, International Expert Research Grants at the Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council of Canada, Visiting Professor at the ESSEC Business School Paris, France, Distinguished Professor at the Chung Ang University Seoul, Korea, Research Professor at the University of California, USA, Visiting Professor at the University of Texas, USA, and Adjunct Faculty at the University of Maryland, College Park. Professor Bhaskar has acquired rich industry experience in addition to his academic experience. He has held senior positions at multiple organizations such as Connectics Corporation USA, Tybase Incorporation USA, MDL Information Systems Incorporation USA, Hughes STX Incorporation USA, and Tata Steel Limited India. He has also been associated as the chairman at the Services Sector Development Council, Bureau of Indian Standards, President at the Indian Subcontinent Decision Science Institute, USA, Chairman at the Computer Society of India, Lucknow, and as a member of the Board of Governors at various organizations. It is a pleasure and privilege for the Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, to honor Professor Bharat Bhaskar with the Distinguished Alumnus Award of 2022 in the category of Excellence in Leadership in the Government of Public Sector. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request the Director, IIT Roorkee and BOG Chairman to confer the award on Professor Bharat Bhaskar. We request Professor Bhaskar to come forward. Thank you. Now I would request Professor Bharat Bhaskar to speak a few words, please.
Thank you for honoring me today at the Institute, and also the honor by the entrepreneur himself, who has been one of the pillars or founding father of the Indian IT industry, Dr. Pant, Dr. Garg, and Dr. Singh, who have not only shaped but continue to shape the future of this country by inspiring, educating, and transforming the new generation. I worked, as Rashmi ji already talked about, as a young 17-year-old in this institute, full of dreams, but no idea what I wanted to do. So I would credit all my journey to this institute, which helped me find what I wanted to be. And one of the things which I really learned here was the resilience, because the world has been changing over a period of time. What we started as our journey, and especially coming from information technology field, which our chairman was already talking about, how quickly it changes and how artificial intelligence, not even IT, itself is changing at a pace, that how to remain current and continue to cope with that change. That resilience I learned in this institute. Also, an eye toward commitment of whatever task you have had at hand. Whether it was the small-time gardener also taught me certain lessons. And the lessons were that the beauty of flora and fauna which you see in this institute is not guided, and I believe even today is not guided or commanded by the institute, but comes from the gardener's inner heart. I remember the lessons. We used to play cricket in the Govind Bhavan where I lived, the grounds. And a very frail fellow, the gardener of that, will come and humbly request us and move us out of that ground, because his flowers he has planted for the winter, the green garden he has kept will be spoiled. But as a young students, we found opportunity whenever he was not around, we will start playing cricket in the same ground. So that lesson we learned, that gardener was not guided. Even if the lawn would have gotten spoiled, not much he wouldn't have gotten any repercussions of it, but his campus wouldn't have looked beautiful. So the kind of perfection everybody took, or kind of responsibility everybody took in their job, was also a lesson. I also thank the professors of that young department, because ENC was a very young department at that point of time. Dr. Kamal, who had set up the department, young professors like Professor Chakravarti, Professor Sinha, Professor Padma Kumar, our late Professor Padma Kumar, very young at that point of time, they all helped shape our journey. I think I owe a lot to these young professors, because I would not have been, like most of colleagues, into the education sector, wasn't it for their inspiration. That young people can also come into the academia, make a difference, and be happy with their life. So they instilled the campus in me, which never went out of me. Although I went to the corporate sector, I worked at the Goddard Space Flight Center of NASA through Hughes Corporation, got into all kind of research work, etc., and so on. But then there was a deep desire somewhere to come back to campus again. Although Roorkee wasn't the place, because I was grown into more of a managing large projects at Goddard Space Flight Center and also at Skybase. I managed the Skybase massively parallel processing project, which consisted of about 600 engineers working on a single project. So I had learned more in a management rather than only technology. So I decided that at that point of time, probably Indian Institute of Managements are more suitable for me. And I chose to be at IIM Lucknow. That institute gave me opportunity to work with a young institute and how to build an institute. And certain learnings and inspirations I got from IIM Lucknow have helped me in creating IIM Raipur, IIM Sirmaur, and now leading IIM Ahmedabad. So I'm thankful to each and every one of my colleagues or classmates, also my professors, and the overall environment and ambience and general learning provided by in the front of discipline by this university. To me, it's University of Roorkee. Today is IIT Roorkee. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I would like to call the head of the Electrical Engineering Department, Professor Mukesh Kumar Pathak, to read the citation of Mr. Kamal Bali, BE Electrical 1981 batch.
Thank you. Shri Kamal Bali, 1981, BE Electrical Engineering from University of Roorkee. He has been spearheading reputed Indian and multinational organizations as CEO for last 25 years. In an illustrious career spanning over 4 decades, predominantly in automotive and engineering sectors, serving organizations such as Eicher, Escort Group, Italian Measures, such same Duis for Group, Singapore Technology Kinetics. The automotive and engineering sectors are key pillars of our economy, where Shri Bali, as a prominent leader, has been playing a transformative role for their sustainable growth. Since 2014, Shri Bali is leading Volvo Group in India as its president and managing director. During which period, the organization has risen several fold in every aspect, pioneering new technology, provided further flip to innovation, and growing to become 5,000 plus strong organization that is further set to scale newer heights. A certified great place to work, Volvo Group outreach to community and society has also been highly inspiring and exemplary, especially during the pandemic. As a thought leader, Shri Bali has been extending his untiring leadership for development and growth of commerce and industry, especially the MSME. He is a tireless spokesperson of imperative of holistic sustainability while supporting and demonstrating the triple helix approach by bringing together trinity of industry, academia, and government for collaborative approach. In December 2019, Shri Bali was knighted and awarded one of Sweden's highest honors in the Royal Order of the Polar Star Commander by their Majesties, the King and Queen of Sweden. Respected for his values-based leadership and strong ethos, he is also the recipient of prestigious 2019 Machinist Lifetime Achievement Award by the Times of India Group for his outstanding contribution in the field of manufacturing. He was felicitated with Economic Times Inspiring CEO 2021 and was recently also honored with the coveted Bharat Ratna Sir M. Vishwesvaraya Award 2023. As a thought leader, Shri Kamal Bali also wears board and governing council hats with distinguished institutions from industry, academia, and public sector, including as a chairman, Confederation of Indian Industry, CII, South India, chairman of Swedish Chamber of Commerce, India, as an independent director on the board of commerce entity of ISRO, governing board member of IIT Gandhinagar and Xavier Institute of Management, etc. It's a pleasure to and privilege for the Indian Institute of Technology Roorkee to honor Shri Kamal Bali with Distinguished Alumnus Award of 2022 in the category of Excellence in Leadership in the Private Sector. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would request the Director IIT Roorkee and BOG Chairman to confer the award on Mr. Kamal Bali. Thank you, sir. I would request Mr. Bali to please speak a few words. Please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to the jury, the management of IIT Roorkee for conferring on me this distinguished ALUMNUS Award 2022 for excellence in leadership in the private sector. I am even more grateful for the fact that this award is being handed over to me by none other than Mr. BVR Mohan Reddy, one of my role models, one of the thought leaders of the Indian industry. I humbly accept the same with the realization that behind the value you all have assigned to me lie many people, including my wife Gina, my larger family, friends, collaborators, organizations, and not the least, the foundation that was laid for me at this very revered place, my alma mater, IIT Roorkee, something I always remain highly proud of. I believe this foundation has been at the very core and epicenter of what I have been able to achieve thus far. To receive an award from my alma mater and share this space with this highly distinguished peer group who's sitting with me today is something in all humility will remain amongst the most key achievements that I list for myself. I also extend my felicitations to my other awardee friends here. Together, these awards, I believe, represent names that are contributing in building the future of this country across education, technology, and innovation, and through public service. I must acknowledge several colleagues and stakeholders that have allowed people like us to engage with and be part of the change that we have been able to effect across our respective ecosystems. Further, in these last several years, we have had an increasingly vibrant industrial ecosystem in the country, wherein the passion with which various actors have repeatedly come together for the good of the country, society, and industry has been another key enabler. Meanwhile, I call our industry, my industry, namely mobility, transport, and infrastructure, where I belong as the last bastion of change. Because for many decades, friends, we have witnessed the world around us change, whether it was technology, whether it was white goods, or mobile phones. But today it is the infrastructure and transport sector that is the flag bearer of transformation. A once in a lifetime transformation, I would say, with all emerging agendas such as electromobility, hydrogen, alternate fuels, sustainability, and connectivity. This is where the leading edge digital and AI technologies are being implemented. These are indeed interesting times, not just because of what I said, but because I see there's a huge amount of rub-off effect on our country, creating new value chains, new business models, generate more jobs and jobs that provide increased individual value. Ladies and gentlemen, the next few decades, I believe, are key for India, which is set to become a $35 trillion economy by 2047 when she turns 100. At this eightfold growth over the next 25 years will translate into prosperity and better quality of life for all. This is thanks to all the fundamentals in our favor, including a large domestic market, growing physical and digital infrastructure, a vibrant, even though chaotic, democracy, growing middle income group with high per capita incomes, a digitally savvy talent base which we have, and the fast growing trust which the world is having now in India's vantage position. Before I close, allow me to briefly share and touch upon the 12 learnings on leadership, keeping in mind the emerging trends. Number 1, establish a higher purpose. Number 2, focus on, practice, and master what you are inherently good at. Number 3, trust is the most valuable currency, and transparency helps to build trust. 4, be caring and empathetic. And that's very important to get the best out of people you work with. Number 5, take responsibility of staying optimistic. Number 6, aim for small victories instead of waiting for the big bang stuff. Number 7, avoid the company of all doom and gloom proponents. Number 8, embrace the principle of doing well by doing good. And this is very important because societal outreach, if everybody in the society comes up, you will also grow. Number 9, have the conviction and courage to shape the future. Number 10, consistency makes leaders, but critical moments define them. So be very, very sure and strong-footed when it comes to difficult times. Number 11, leadership does not belong to the corner room. It belongs to all rungs in the organization. Every individual, every team member in the room is a leader. And finally, to my mind, partnership is the new leadership, and collaboration instead of competition will be the new buzzword. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to conclude my final reflection, and that is, we are all here in India at the right place with the right people and at the right time. If we collaborate and work together, we can jointly shape a future that our next generations will be proud of. I strongly believe that we have this unusual window of opportunity after COVID, I think, which no other country has. And this window of opportunity is finite. It's not going to be infinite. So let us make it count for our people, and by making this world a better place, with India leading as a beacon of hope, faith, and trust in humanity. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, sir. I would like to call upon the again head of the Electrical Engineering Department, Professor Mukesh Kumar Pathak, to read the citation of Mr. Vinay Kumar Tripathi, BE Electrical 1982 batch.
Shri Vinay Kumar Tripathi, BE Electrical Engineering 1982, former Chairman Railway Board, Ministry of Railways, from 1/1/22 to 31/12/22. Shri Tripathi joined Railways through Indian Railway Service of Electrical Engineers in 1983 batch. In his distinguished career, Shri Tripathi has successfully discharged the duties of important post of Electrical Department on Northern, Central and Western Railways, as well as held key post of Additional Divisional Railway Manager, Western Railways, Mumbai Central. Divisional Railway Manager, North Central Railway, Allahabad. Chief Electrical Locomotive Engineer, Additional General Manager of Western Railways, Additional Member Traction in Railway Board, and GM NER. Shri Tripathi played a key role in successfully commissioning the state-of-art three-phase locomotive and its indigenization, which are the main workhorse of Indian Railways now. He was instrumental in making the Mumbai Central Station fit to run 24 coach trains. As a DRM Prayagraj, he was instrumental in decongesting the railway network of division drastically to make it suitable to meet the IR requirements. At that time, ALD division was a major bottleneck for Indian Railways. As GMWR, he was instrumental in achieving record electrification of Western Railways in that year. During his tenure as GM NER, the North-East Railways transformed from meter gauge and diesel railways to broad gauge and electrified railways. The mobility of North-East Railways also improved by 100%. NER received first prize of National Energy Conservation Award in transport category and many other awards at UP state level. Under his guidance as GM, NER, railway manpower was trained and skilled up suitably under Skill India mission, which resulted into reduction of annual maintenance contracts, thus ensuring saving of railways revenue. Seeing his vast experience of railway board and administrations, he has been elevated to the post of CEO, Chairman and CEO of Railway Board. As a Chairman and CEO of Railway Board, IR infrastructure was created at very fast pace, which resulted in laying of highest ever additional tracks, railway electrifications. The passengers and goods loading also achieved highest ever revenue earning. Introduction and manufacturing of large number of distributed power Vande Bharat has also been achieved. It is a pleasure and privilege for Indian Institute of Technology Roorkee to honor Shri Vijay Kumar Tripathi with the Distinguished Alumnus Award of 2022 in the category of Excellence in Leadership in the government or public sector. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We would request the Director IIT Roorkee and BOG Chairman to present the award to Mr. Vinay Kumar Tripathi. We request Mr. Tripathi to come on the stage to receive the award, please. Now we would request Mr. Vinay Kumar Tripathi to speak a few words.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Sir Reddy, Professor Pant, Professor Singh, Professor Garg, all my colleagues, all the alumni, everybody here. I have to repeat, but of course, I was also a small town boy. got selected in MNRE Allahabad as well as University of Roorkee. Applied to University of Roorkee when one of my classmates showed that Roorkee wants, you have to apply and you can, if you get selected, you can study there. That's the way I applied for coming here. Got selected at both the places, then I thought I wanted to remain at Allahabad itself. I thank my elder brother who said that you don't have to remain here, you have to go to Roorkee. At that time, I was 15.5 years old. Did not know what to do, how to do, what is a career, how it can be made, knowing nothing. But I came here. These lawns are same. Maybe it is more than 40 years, 41, 42 years. Overawed by this place and started my journey. I'm thankful that I have been conferred with this award. Here is the place where I learned you develop the resilience. You learn how to handle people. At that time, the culture was that it will be a ragging of 1 week and then we will mix up with everybody. I would say it was not a ragging, it was a learning process. Our seniors were like our friends. They asked us few uncomfortable questions, but then made us comfortable. It was never that level of uncomfort which will trouble you. And that is what I feel has helped me to whatever I have achieved in an organization, which is a gigantic organization, to lead 13 lakh people is really extremely difficult. But then whatever I have learned, whatever values I have generated here has only helped me to make my professional career through. When I joined railways, I was given around 3,500 people to handle. Difficult people, because at that time strikes and all those things, government organizations were not very easy to work with, of course, and that too railways which had to run things. You have to keep everything moving. These learnings, these thoughts, what our teachers, what the faculty taught us, they were difficult times even in this place. So you gather everything, you learn things, you extrapolate it and come out most of the times good. Sometimes you fail also. But then it is the learning, I always felt that the alma mater which gave me that value. You have to be straight, you have to be sincere, you have to be hardworking, you have to be transparent. All those things I learned here only. And in the end, you have to be tough with your decisions. You can't be you can't change your decisions. You have to listen to everybody, you have to decide how to do things, but then ultimately you have to own the decision, you have to decide it and you have to own it and you have to navigate it. So this is the value. I will say that I worked in electrical department of railways, but most of the times, not all the times, but it was more than it was not an engineering job, it was a managerial job. Of course,
in the beginning of your career, you have to do your engineering job. But after 8, 10 years, 12 years, it becomes a managerial job. And only thing which makes you through is the perseverance, is the sincerity and the hard work. It railway requires a lot of hard work. People think that it is a very easy job. You get into railways and you do it, but it is very, very difficult. Just I can tell you, I should not say these things, but maybe last 10 years, 15 years, I might not have slept for more than 4 hours every day. It is hugely demanding. And of course, it is transforming. You have to do the transformer. Last 5, 6 years in the current government, the investments are being made around 2,50,000 crores every year. The investment is coming now. It is transforming, and the country, whatever we are thinking of 2047, it will not be same if railways doesn't transform. Whatever we are thinking to achieve in 2047, railways has to contribute into it. So that is being done, and I feel that I have been able to do things. I could be picked up out of many people to lead the railways at the challenging time. It was a huge challenge at that time, only because of the values I got from this place. It was not a seniority cum suitability posting. I was picked up from, I think I bypassed 5, 6 fellows by the government. So this has come only because of this place. And just Dr. Pant, I would like to say, we started something in Government of India, which was, when I threw up the idea, it was not encouraged, but ultimately I could make it through. In 2022, we made a policy to encourage the startups. Now railway has a policy. We throw up our problems into the system. People have to come up, and railways will be helping 1 crore for that. They are to be selected. We have a committee there. The committee sees these things. I would like the people who are having startups, they should contribute, because railways have many problems which has got technical solutions, and only technical solutions are needed. So ultimately this was liked by the Prime Minister. Otherwise I would not have been able to make it through. But this was made through only when we presented it to the Prime Minister, and he liked the idea, and then he gave the yes, that you can go ahead with it. Otherwise, do it in the government system is almost impossible. I would not say that it was impossible, but it is almost impossible. But we were able to get it done. So I would request all the people who are into it, they should approach it. It is a very transparent system. And yes, I am there. If there is any issue into it, if people feel any problem, I'll be there to guide it. Still, I am there doing some advisory job in railways also. So I can always help people. So that is all from my side. And I once again thank you all for confirming. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to call upon the Acting Head of Physics Department, Professor G.D. Verma, to read the citation of Mr. Harish Kumar, MSc Physics, 1993 batch.
Thank you. Shri Harish Kumar, 1993 MSc Physics, founder, Ability on Wheels, is a differently abled person with a passion for driving. In 2012, he became the first physically challenged person in the country to successfully complete an all-India driving expedition, thereby creating a new national records in Limca Book of Records. As on date, he has on his name 2 national records in Limca Book of Records. After working in telecom sector for about 20 years, he quit the corporate world in 2015
and decided to work on providing mobility services and solutions to the differently abled people of the country. For this purpose, he floated an NGO, Ability on Wheels Charitable Trust. The people with disabilities to face lots of challenges and hurdles in mobility. There is not even a single driving school for the differently abled. There are no wheelchair accessible vehicles, and also the public transport in general is not disability friendly. Since Sri Haris himself experienced these hurdles, he decided to work on this cause and be a contributor to the society. According to him, there are an estimated 7 million people in the country who are physically challenged with mobility restriction, and every year about 1 lakh people get added in the list. Ability on Wheels, the NGO founded by Sri Haris, is an effort to encourage the differently abled people to take a big leap towards leading a normal life by providing mobility and accessibility services and solutions. As a first step in this direction, Ability on Wheels has launched a first of its kind in the country driving school exclusively for the differently abled using customized cars in Ahmedabad. Today, the physically challenged people have to first buy a car, get it modified, and only then they are provided with a learner's license. This deprives them of the right to first learn and then buy a car. Also, since there is no such driving school, they have to learn on their own. Due to this big stumbling block, many physically challenged people hesitate in buying a car and hence are deprived of the freedom and independence. Thousands of people with disabilities have availed the services of wheelchair accessible cab service, including Miss Deepa Malik, a Padma awardee para-Olympians. Sri Haris has also penned a book on disability and driving titled Ability on Wheels. This book is an attempt to raise the awareness levels for both people with disabilities and also the transport department official policy makers in the government. The effort of Sri Haris toward the cause of differently abled people of the country were very much appreciated by then Defense Minister Sri Manohar Parrikar. It is a pleasure and privilege for the Indian Institute of Technology Roorkee to honor Sri Harish Kumar with the Distinguished Alumnus Award of 2022 in the category of Excellence in Service to the Society. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request the Director, IIT Roorkee and BOG Chairman to confer the award on Mr. Harish Kumar. We request Mr. Harish Kumar to come forward to receive the award. Now I would request Mr. Harish Kumar to express briefly.
I'm not very good at giving speeches, so I had to avail the expert services of my wife and my daughter in writing a few lines. Honorable Shri Mohan Reddy sir, Chairman Board of Governors, Honorable Professor Pant, Director, IIT Roorkee, Honorable Professor R.D. Garg, Dean of Resources and Alumni Affairs, Professor U.P. Singh, Deputy Director. I'm missing Professor Vipul Rastogi, my classmate, my friend, and head of the physics department today. Distinguished guests and dear friends, my heartfelt thanks for this incredible honor. Being recognized as a distinguished alumni by our alma mater is a moment of tremendous pride and gratitude. As Tripathi sir said, ragging of 1 week. I think we had a ragging of almost 4 weeks. And as ma'am said, everything here teaches you something or the other. And I very well remember Dean Professor Avasthi of Earth Sciences Department and Dr. Y. Singh of Physics Department raiding in a black ambassador coming from the backside of Kotle Bhavan, entering Ganga Bhavan to catch hold of people, ragging dens. I sincerely hope you still have that black ambassador, which used to create a terror and fear in the minds of people who used to, our seniors who used to rag us. The late night Maggie at Century Gate, Bhatia ki Maggie at Century Gate, and everything, the movies in the hangars. It's really a very, very nostalgic feeling. I'm really proud to be a part of this institute, which I would, personally say as amongst the best thing that could happen to me in my entire life. I wish to express my immense appreciation to my colleagues, volunteers, other social workers, the institutions, many institutions which are working towards the cause of people with differently abled, and my loving family who have always been a part of, encouragement for all the things that I've been able to do. This award shall not only motivate me, but maybe many others to work more and more for the betterment of people who are differently abled. And, because of a gross neglect over the past few decades, they have not been able to get the facilities that they deserve. And I assure you all, sir, that I'll work with a renewed vigor for the betterment, more and more betterment of such people. And I once again thank my alma mater for this great, great honor. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to call upon the stage to the head of the Electrical Engineering Department, Professor Mukesh Kumar Pathak, to read the citation of Dr. Amit Kumar Gupta, BE Electricals 2000 batch.
Dr. Amit K. Gupta, BE Electrical Engineering 2000 batch, is head of Rolls-Royce Electrical at Rolls-Royce Singapore Private Limited. He is Director of Electrical Program at Rolls-Royce at NTU Corporate Lab and Rolls-Royce Director for Electrical Power Systems Integration Lab at NTU. Dr. Gupta has driven electrification and made significant technological contributions over past 2 decades. Through his industrial research and academic work, he has advanced the technologies and innovations in the following areas: power electronic converters, electrical drives, electrical equipment health management, energy storage systems, microgrid, energy power management, electrical actuation, etc. He holds 50 patents, patent applications, and published more than 170 papers in international conferences and journals. He has been adjunct or visiting professor with few universities, including IIT Roorkee. He holds a Six Sigma Green Belt certificate from Delphi Automotive Systems and trained in Six Sigma Black Belt techniques through Vestas Wind Systems. He is recipient of 20 plus prestigious awards, including IEEE McMurray Award for Industry Achievement in Power Electronics, the IIT Premium Award 2019, several Rolls-Royce Engineering and Technology Awards for Engineering Excellence and Vistas Innovation Excellence Award for being top 5 innovators of Vistas Global Research 2009. He is an IEEE IAS Distinguished Lecturer for 2022 and 23. He is an Associate Editor for IEEE Transactions on Power Electronics and plays an active role in organizing electrical power engineering conferences in Asia. He is a Fellow of IEEE USA, IIT UK, IES Singapore, and a Chartered Engineer, Engineering Council UK. It's a pleasure and privilege for our Indian Institute of Technology Roorkee to honor Dr. Amit K. Gupta with Distinguished Alumnus Award of 2022 in the category of Excellence in Engineering and Technology Innovation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we would request Director IIT Roorkee and BOG Chairman to present the award to Dr. Amit Kumar Gupta. We request Dr. Gupta to come forward to receive the award. We would request Dr. Amit Kumar Gupta to say some words, please. Please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, respected members of the institutes, management of the institutes, respected professors, friends, colleagues, fellow awardees. It is my privilege to be here and receive this award today. Same as fellow awardees said, I feel like it's a responsibility to the institution. Same as many of you said, I also come from a very small town. I'll share a little bit of a personal story of the resilience. The resilience I built also comes from this institution, and whatever I have done today, and I'll continue to do. I joined here in 1996 from a small tehsil of UP. I thought I'm good in studies, but when I landed here, almost everybody was good in studies. Everybody was remarkable. Everybody has extracurricular. I come from a very, very small town, not my country boy. They are very good in everything. They have fantastic hobbies. They can understand rock music. I cannot understand a single word. And what you can't feel, I have tremendous stammering. So, hardly able to speak anything. My dad sending me 2/3 of his salary and 1/3 salary survive 5 members of the family. When I came here, I was lost here. I was thinking, my goodness, did I come here by mistake? I continued to struggle for 4 semesters. I had 2 supplies. I have 2 supplies, and just because I didn't feel like going to classes. And in the 5th semester, I packed my bag and I went home. I said to my parents, I'm done. I'll do something. I'll do some business. I'm Gupta anyway. I will do some business. So I'll do some business, but they said, no, don't do that. I'm with you. I'm with you. Go, you can do it. And one day you will come out shining. I'd say, okay, I'll go back, give another try. I came back here, start to reflect. A lot of time I went to Rishikesh, start to think,
start to talk to faculty members. And slowly over the third year, I built the resilience. And I built the resilience to the say whatever it is, I'm not going to give up. I said hard work is, with the hard work and not giving up, everything is possible. That is the resilience I developed in the third year. With that, I moved on. So in the fourth year, in the all 4 years, I got the highest marks. I got the campus job. I moved on. And challenges came. Last 23 years, challenges keep on coming. But my resilience is the only thing that helped me and continue to help me. I feel like I just spread my wing. I'm yet to fly. So the resilience the institutes are giving me is very, very valuable. Where I stand today, I feel I am in the electrification. I want to make a difference to the society with the technology and products and solutions. So I commit myself to continue to develop world-class technology, products and solution for the sustainability. Sustainability is very important topic for the world. I want to continue to inspire young engineers to pursue engineering. I'm very grateful to my parents, as I said, my parents and family. I'm very, very grateful to this institution. Whatever I am today, I'm very, very grateful to this institution. And whatever I can do for this institution, I will do. And yeah, so once again, I'm very thankful to the institution, and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to call upon the Acting Head of Civil Engineering Department, Professor K.S. Hariprasad, to read the citation of Mr. Rajat Shikhar, BE Civil 2001 batch.
It's my proud privilege to read the citation for Rajat Shikhar. Mr. Rajat Shikhar, 2001 BTech Civil, co-founder and CPTO at Daleshare, has been part of the Indian e-commerce ecosystem for more than 15 years and contributed to building products and technology for e-com 1.0 to social commerce. In this exciting journey, he has been associated with brands like Myntra, Jabong, Foodpanda. His deep understanding and expertise in e-commerce business and technology has culminated in him co-founding Dealshare. Dealshare is a leading social e-commerce unicorn, disrupting the grocery e-retail segment in India. Currently present in 100 plus cities across 6 states, the brand has not only redefined online grocery shopping for the mass consumers of Bharat by providing them access to quality products at optimal price points. They have also given wings to the dreams of over 1,000 plus MSMEs, Dealshare Dost, and 500 plus indigenous brands by offering them a platform to flourish and scale. Dealshare caters to 1 crore customers, fulfilling 1.5 lakh daily orders. Across its private label, company has 8 brands across 16 categories. Dealshare joined the coveted Unicorn Club in January 2022. At Dealshare, Rajat has been responsible for building technology and product experience. Mr. Rajat and other founders were committed to take the e-commerce experience to India's low and mid-income population. The founders wanted to create a tech-enabled model for the Indian mass market that would allow customers to buy together, save money, and at the same time have fun. To fulfill their vision, they targeted customers who were still getting used to the internet for commerce and created an ecosystem giving a boost to small regional manufacturers, brands, and logistics micro entrepreneurs. It is a pleasure and privilege for the Indian Institute of Technology Roorkee to honor Mr. Rajat Shikhar with the Distinguished Alumnus Award of 2022 in the category of Entrepreneurial Excellence. We thank him.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request the Director IIT Roorkee and BOG Chairman to confer the award on Mr. Rajat Shikhar. We request Mr. Rajat Shikhar to come forward to receive the award. Now I would request Mr. Rajat Shikhar to speak a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to thank the institute, the panel, the faculty, director, and everyone for inviting me here and bestowing upon me with this award. It's a great honor. The institute is a special place. The campus feels like home. Every time I come here, it's like coming back to home. Refreshes all those memories. We are the first batch to get BTech IIT degree and probably among the last batches to get properly ranked by the 2000 batch. So yeah, it was a very interesting journey. It fills me with a lot of a sense of pride to see the growth and contribution that this institute has been able to create, the impact in last couple of decades, whether it's in the field of academic excellence or doing cutting edge research or using the set of like a series of entrepreneurs every year who are doing great work on a global scale. I also had a privilege to know and learn from some great people among the alumni, including my batchmates. Some of them have been doing phenomenal work, setting very high bar. And so it is very humbling to receive this award. And I receive this with a lot of humility and gratitude on behalf of everyone who is restlessly trying to build something meaningful and create impact in their own respective areas. This has been a long and arduous journey and with several highs and lows, and it is still going on. But it's a great occasion for me to pause and thank to all the people who have been supporting me through this journey, whether it's my family, my friends, my mentors, and especially among my family, the women in my family, my wife, who is also my batchmate from 2001. She was in industrial. We met in choreography section. And my mom-in-law, who is there here today. My daughter, who has been seeing her father for last 13 years just build or try building things one after other. My sister, my co-founders, who all of us have been relentlessly trying to build something meaningful. And last but not the least, my friends from the campus, whom I am friends with for more than 2 decades now. Even today, they are my first peer group to go to meet during ups and downs. So it's not an understatement to say that the roots of my life were truly built here. And this award is the fruit of the same tree. I'd like to thank again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to call upon the head of ECE department, Professor Nagendra Pathak, to read the citation of Mr. Saurabh Sancheti, BTech ECE 2007 batch.
Thank you. I am reading a citation for Shri Saurabh Sancheti, who was 2007 batch BTech from EC department. Saurabh is currently Group CFO, Geo Platform. He is an accomplished business leader with a successful track record of scaling multiple business across in media, internet, and digital platforms. Mr. Saurabh has expertise in driving growth, turning around operations, and corporate development. Saurabh currently holds 2 full-time jobs. He is the Group Chief Financial Officer at Geo Platforms, the digital services arm of Reliance Industries Limited. Also, he is the nominee director on the board of Reliance Cable Business, DEN Networks and Hathway Cable and Datacom. As the CFO of Geo, he is responsible for finance activities across Geo and keenly contributing to the vision of building a global tech giant out of India. Mr. Saurabh led the turnaround of the cable business by making the business cash flow positive and self-sustainable. In addition to this, he has also been involved in other key projects, including Geo launch, pricing and tariff strategy, and forging relationship with key global partners. Mr. Saurabh holds multiple accolades like Economic Times 40 under 40, Fortune 40 under 40, and Young Distinguished Alumni Award from IIM Ahmedabad. Saurabh is a techie at heart and has been part of prestigious Young Scientist Research Program by Department of Atomic Energy, Government of India, and has a few technical publications to his name. Saurabh did his BTech from IIT Roorkee and PGDM from IIM Ahmedabad. It is a pleasure and privilege for the Indian Institute of Technology Roorkee to honor Mr. Saurabh Sancheti with the Distinguished Young Alumnus Award of 2022.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request the Director IIT Roorkee and BOG Chairman to confer the award on Mr. Saurabh Sancheti. We request Mr. Sancheti to come forward to receive the award. Now I would request Mr. Saurabh Sancheti to share a few words.
Respected Board of Governors, Director Sir, Additional Director Sir, Dean Sir, all the Head of Department, faculty members, all my fellow Alumni Award achievers, and friends and family members. Let me start this speech with a confession. Despite the Institute choosing to confer me with the award, I must say I am an ordinary guy. I was an average student here, and I have an average IQ. This is not to say that the achievement is not extraordinary, but I, as an ordinary person, could do extraordinary things because of extraordinary people in my life and extraordinary institutions around me. I like to start with my creators, my grandparents, and my parents who are right here. They have been always behind me through thick and thin. Got me here. Always they are there. My sister, who always manages to cheer me up, look at the bright side. My wife and my colleague, friend from IIM Ahmedabad days, who has always been there for me, who is my professional mentor and guide, and so many in friends and family to name. I think I've also been lucky to be picked up and mentored by one of the finest entrepreneurs India has ever seen. The trust which Shri Mukesh T. Ambani and Shri Manoj Modi have placed in me, I'm really thankful for that. So all of this is there, but what is it that has really helped me successful and stand where I am? And I think that to a large extent is to do with the education here. And the education here is not just technical, it's a lot which has shaped my character. My character has been shaped here. So I have just 3 small stories which have really changed me. I had filled my counseling form, and as soon as I saw on internet that I got electronics here, I started cold emailing a few professors because I always believed that I'm an average student, but somebody else may have wisdom which can help me grow. And one of them, fortunately, Dr. Pandey of mechanical department replied, and he said that, okay, you can meet me. And before my joining formalities, I just went to see him. And I said that, obviously you don't know me, and there are thousands of students here. But if there is one piece of advice which you would want to give it to me, and for me to follow in my life, what would that be? He said, look, Saurabh, we are a young IIT. A lot of people around you would express a lot of frustration around things we don't have. But that is life. Life is always incomplete. You will have 5 things, you will miss 50 things. What do you do with those 5 things? Or would you rather wait for those 50 things is what life is about. So that was one lesson in my life on resourcefulness, which set me on, which said that I have to chart my own path, stop complaining, stop cribbing about everything which is missing in my life, and build everything with what I have. That has been a defining character trait for me. That is there. So armed with that, I was obviously very gung-ho. I said, okay, Professor Pandey has given me this new gyan. Now I'll just rule the world. Let me go. But lo and behold, challenges were there. So, after a couple of semesters, I'm in my low morale. I don't know what to do in life. I said, that's good thing, but things are not moving. There's no breakthrough which is happening in my life. I really wanted to do something well and publish a technical paper. And that's when I met Dr. Dharmendra Singh, who is still a professor here. And I told him that, sir, I'm really, battered. I thought I'm very good technically, but here I am with average grades. Nothing is happening. So what do you want me to do? What would be your advice? So advice number 1, I'm following. Advice number 2, I don't know. So Professor Dharmendra Singh said, look, Saurabh, life is all about not giving up. And he narrated his own personal journey to me. And he said that, if you don't give up, you can't fail. So just keep on trying. So why don't you start by finding some research projects? That's when this young scientist research program came in, and it was not meant for bachelors. It was a master's program. But I put up my thesis and paper and solution, which the Department of Economic Energy really liked. And that's when this award and the internship opportunity came. So that gave me the second lesson of persistence, not giving up, persistence, resilience, as is coming from all the esteemed alumni here. That gave me my second lesson. So I was armed with that. Things were moving around. I was top of the world. And that's when, my journey was almost coming to an end. I was in 4th year. Things were good. I had a master's admission in IIT Zurich with full scholarship. Everything I wanted to achieve, I had achieved. But I was not happy from inside. And I said, what am I missing? I'm ticking off everything which I could desire. What am I missing in life? And that's when the third lesson came. So we had Professor Handa here, who used to run the Roorkee School for Deaf. And I just met him. I said that, I've been interacting with you for several years. I think, obviously, you are a wonderful professor, but more importantly, a wonderful human being. So here is my problem. I seemingly have a lot in my life, but I don't feel that happiness from inside. So what am I missing? And that's when he gave me the third, which is one of the most important lessons of my life about what life is about. And he said that, while your karma, while your success is one part, but are you a good human being? Are you doing service for somebody else selflessly? You will do from morning to night. Everything you will do is for your own or for somebody who belongs to you, something related to you. Can you do service? Can you do something for others who you don't know, who can't even repay you? And that really shaped my vision of life. That was the third lesson. These three lessons, interestingly, on my last day in the institute, which is 19th of May 2007, sitting in the steps of these lawns only was what I repeated to myself. And I just said that let me just imbibe them in my life, carry on. And if all goes well, probably I'll live to tell the tale of these three lessons. I'll conclude by the last paragraph of our Kulgeet, which has really inspired me always. I think it's a beautiful tradition. No other institute has that rich a history of having a Kulgeet. But I would just want to sing the last para, which is नई प्रेरणाओं से दीपित मन, नव स्वप्नों में से हर्षित लोचन, नए सत्य की उर में धड़कन, ध्येय राष्ट्र जीवन कल्याण, जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान. I just hope I can keep on contributing everything. What Geo has done for India is phenomenal. I can contribute a lot more and make IIT Roorkee and India proud. That's my vision. That's my mission. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to call upon Acting Head of CSE Department, Professor R. Bala Subramaniam, to read the citation of Mr. Siddharth Maheshwari, BTech CSE 2014.
So it's a pleasure to read out the citation of Siddharth Maheshwari. Mr. Siddharth Maheshwari, 2014 BTech Computer Science and Engineering, is the co-founder of Newton School. Through its unique programs, Newton School is democratizing access to tech education, breaking down financial and geographic barriers, and enabling individuals to achieve the dreams of becoming future tech leaders. Since its founding in 2019, Newton School has raised over 30 million US dollars from prominent investors and angels, including StateView Capital, Nexus Venture Partners, RTP Global, and Anacrami co-founders. The Anacrami co-founders, Gaurav Manjal, Roman Saini, and Himesh Singh. Additionally, Kalyan Krishnamurthy, the CEO of Flipkart, Kunal Shah of Cred, Girish Matrubudam of Freshworks, Sujit Kumar of Udan, and Rasopre founders Arshil Mathur and Shashank Kumar have also shown their support. Over 3,000 Newton School alumni have been successfully placed in leading companies such as Google, Amazon, Flipkart, Zomato, and many others. Newton School envisions itself as a pivotal player in addressing the employability challenges and skills gap among Indian youth. The transformative impact of Newton School on students' lives has been highlighted by renowned media outlets like Financial Express and the Better India, among others. In 2023, under Mr. Siddharth and his co-founder, Mr. Nishant's leadership, the next step in tech education was forged with the Newton School of Technology. Newton School of Technology, a newly launched venture of Newton School, is dedicated to fostering a culture of innovation, excellence, and forward thinking within the realm with the BTech program in CS and AI. The first batch of Newton School of Technology kicked off with 150 plus students who will be leading the next big revolution in tech and impacting technology on a global scale. Mr. Siddharth has harbored a passion for education and technology since its school days, during which he ran websites and projects to champion upon open source and technology. Those websites attracted millions of visitors annually. In the institute, he was a part of voluntary group SOPAN, where he taught underprivileged students from neighboring villages. Mr. Siddharth has emerged as a leading voice in the edtech industry, sharing groundbreaking insights into the future of employment-centered education. Furthermore, he has mentored numerous tech startup founders, including IITR alumni, who have gone to create ventures like vernacular.ai, reference.ai, Avel Finance, and many more. It's a pleasure and privilege for Indian Institute of Technology to honor Mr. Siddharth Maheshwari with the distinguished Young Alumnus Award of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request the Director IIT Roorkee and BOG Chairman to confer the award on Mr. Siddharth Maheshwari. We request Mr. Siddharth Maheshwari to come forward to receive the award. Now I would request Mr. Maheshwari to express briefly.
Dear Director Sir, dear Chairman Sir, Professor Garg, all the ladies and gentlemen present in the crowd, fellow awardees, and all the members of IIT Roorkee community. Today holds a very special place in my heart, and I stand before you to express my deepest gratitude for receiving this big and huge award from my beloved alma mater, IIT Roorkee. Our work at Newton School has transformed thousands and thousands of lives. And for our work, we have received recognition and awards from pretty much all across the world, whether it be Forbes or Entrepreneurs Award. But nothing made me as happy and as emotional as receiving the news of this award from our alma mater. And there's a reason for that. For this is the place that transformed my life. I came here as a very curious and energetic boy and went out as a very determined and passionate man equipped to take on the society and the world. I forged the best of friendships here, rubbed shoulders with some of the brightest and best of minds. In fact, I also met with my co-founder and dear friend Nishant, who is here to receive the award as well. It was in the canteens of Govind Bhavan we had our initial discussions around education, society, and how entrepreneurship can be transformational. I at IIT Roorkee had the most fun-filled of days of my lives. We had all-nighters. We used to have a lot of emotional slews over here. It is this place where I wrote my first, real-world projects. I was part of SDS Labs. I wrote hundreds and hundreds of lines of codes here. This is the place where I received and gave hundreds of chapos. And in short, I can say this is the place where I spent the best 4 years of my life. At IIT Roorkee, I realized the tremendous impact that education can have on a youth's mind. It set the standard of what a good education means. And I hope to impart the same experience and same kind of transformation to millions of Indian youth through our work at Newton School. This award is a testimony of the work that we have done at Newton School so far, and it further motivates us to continue and move on this path. I would like to thank Director Sir for the leadership that he has provided to the Institute, and this has made the Institute at the forefront of education and innovation today. I would like to thank the esteemed faculty, both past and present, for your tireless efforts in imparting knowledge, critical thinking, and shaping the minds of countless students. I can definitely say without your guidance, we wouldn't be the people today that we are. I would also like to thank my family, my wife Anchal, my dear friends for shaping me into what I am today. And I would also like to thank my motherland, India, and God for making me an instrument of their work. Thank you, everyone. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I would like to call upon the stage the acting head of the Mechanical and Industrial Department, Professor Apurva Kumar Sharma, to read the citation of Mr. Nishant Chandra, BTech Production and Industrial Engineering, 2040.
Thank you. I'm really happy to read the citation of Mr. Nishant.
Mr. Nishant Chandra, 2014 BTech Production and Industrial Engineering. It happens to be my specialization as well. Co-founder of Newton School, has always been driven by the idea of creating democratic educational models. Following his tenure at an academy, where he delved deep into the intricacies of tech in India, he co-founded bellow in the year 2019. This video-based Q&A startup enabled users to obtain expert video responses to their queries across various professions. As bellow started attracting users, primarily tech professionals or those keen on entering the technology field, Mr. Nishant identified a significant disparity between the existing skill sets of software engineers and the growing demands of numerous companies in India. To bridge this gap, he, along with Mr. Siddharth, launched Newton School in the year 2019. The institution offers industry-relevant, outcome-driven courses, ensuring its candidates evolve into highly skilled software developers under the guidance of seasoned professionals from the industry. Under Nishant and his co-founder Siddharth's leadership, Newton School of Technology was launched in the year 2023, the company's foray into offline education. Newton School of Technology offers a fully residential 4-year BTech program in CS and artificial intelligence with a unique partnership with Rishi Hood University, a distinguished name in leadership and entrepreneurship in the country. Newton School of Technology is dedicated to fostering culture of innovation, excellence, and forward thinking within the realm of technology. From its humble beginnings in a 3 BHK apartment in Koramangala, Bengaluru, with just 8 team members, Newton School has grown exponentially. Now, boasting a team of over 150 talented and passionate individuals, Newton School has firmly established itself as a leading edtech company in India. The school is on its way to becoming one of the most groundbreaking neo-universities globally. Today, thanks to Mr. Nishant's vision, thousands are not only realizing their dreams of becoming top-notch software developers, but also bringing pride and empowerment to their families. Since the year 2019, Newton School has attracted more than $30 million in investments from significant names like Stadview Capital, Nexus Ventures Partners, RTP Global, and luminaries such as Unacademy co-founders Gaurav Munjal, Roman Saini, and Himesh Singh, Flipkart's CEO Kalyan Krishnamurthy, Preds Kunal Shah, Freshworks Girish Muthuvutam, Uran's Sujit Kumar, and Razorpay founder Harshil Mathur and Sasank Kumar. Mr. Nishant Chandra's accomplishments have earned him spots on esteemed lists like Forbes 30 under 30 and Forbes India 30 under 30. It's a pleasure and privilege for the Indian Institute of Technology Roorkee to honor Mr. Nishant Chandra with the Distinguished Young Alumnus Award of the year 2022, signed by Professor K.K. Pant, Director.
Thank you, sir. Now we would request the Director IIT Roorkee and BOG Chairman to present the award to Mr. Nishant Chandra. We request Mr. Nishant Chandra to come forward to receive the award. Now I would request Mr. Chandra to share a few words.
Uh, Thanks everyone. And especially thank you to the chair of the Board of Governors. Thank you, Director Sir, Deputy Director Sir, and the Dean of Resources and Alumni. It's really humbling and it's a really pleasure to be here among the people who have sort of laid the foundation of the modern India in public sector, private sector, and social sector. And we aim to achieve to do as much as they have over the next few decades. So it's a really pleasurable experience to be here. In addition to that, as everyone mentioned, I'll again reiterate that the effect that IIT Roorkee had on us, on where we are, is very hard to express in words. I'll just give a few instances. I didn't have any background in business, but IIT Roorkee gave me the freedom that in my first year, I had my first startup in Rajendra Bhavan back there. It was the second year when I was sort of called by the warden of the Rajiv Bhavan because of some entrepreneurial exercises and posting a lot of posters on water coolers and stuff like that. But with some stern warning, there was also a tinge of encouragement towards the entrepreneurial DNA that the students had, which was super exciting. In the third year, after doing a bunch of things, I also got across the board to work with some really great teams across campuses, right? A bunch of 30, 40 people, really creative, really smart, and really will humble you working towards a passionate goal. I learned a lot from my, friends and team members there and got to lead a few teams as well, which sort of gave a few flavors of leadership early on in the campus as well, which is very hard to get anywhere else with such caliber of people. And it was in my third year in Radhakrishnan Bhavan where I reflected on my life and was thinking what to do next, right? And that was during the end sems, because that's when your mind is the most active. And I thought that education is the sector where our contribution can actually sort of change this. And in the fourth year, I met my co-founder, as Siddharth mentioned, in the canteens of Govind Bhavan. So IIT Roorkee in during the 4 years has contributed so much that we'll take to our lives. Even after IIT Roorkee, my first job in startup was sort of a friend from IIT Roorkee helped me get into that, right? And the first time I went to Bangalore, I stayed with my friends from IIT Roorkee in their dining rooms and stuff like that. So the impact is innumerable. Even our current team of technical talent and AI engineers has more than half the folks from IIT Roorkee. So it's a testament to the talent that is created in the company, in the campus, sorry. So I would like to thank all the professors of ours who gave us the sternness and the flexibility. As we are starting our own BTech programs, we realize how much they had to balance managing a bunch of 17 years olds with their discipline and their accomplishments. And I would like to thank all the friends that I had during the college who knew that those folks would become some great executives around the globe in just a short amount of time. I would also like to thank my family, my parents, my mother and father. They make me who I am, and they are the pillar who provided support when I took a lot of random decisions, leaving established companies and so on and so forth. And I would also like to thank my wife Vartika for being a pillar of support during this roller coaster of a journey that we are in currently, and would probably be in the next 10 years as well. So thank you, thanks a lot. And it has been 175 years. It's such a great achievement. To 200, 300 more years to IIT Roorkee. Thank you. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you, sir. As we move on to closing the ceremony, I would request the Deputy Director, IIT Roorkee, Professor UP Singh, for vote of thanks.
Uh, Good morning and warm welcome to all present here for this function. Rather, I should say good noon because we are very close to the 1 p.m. I would like to begin by expressing my profound appreciation to the Honorable Chairman, Sir, of our Board of Governors, Shri Mohan Reddy ji, for sparing his valuable times to grace the award ceremony. Our sincere thanks to Director Professor K.K. Pant for his excellent guidance. And our present director, believe in the philosophy that there is problem for every solutions. There is no problem which we cannot solve if we work sincerely with efforts. So we all are working in his guidance and we are trying to resolve all the problems which are coming in the institute or which are in the institutes. Thank you, sir, for your supports. I would like to acknowledge and thank all the DA awardees, all the deans of the institute present here, all the heads and supporting staffs for their wholehearted supports in organizing this function. My special thanks to Dean Infra and Dean Administration for their full supports. A heartfelt thank to our esteemed Golden Jubilee alumni, their spouse, all the students present in these functions, faculty colleagues who are contributing or who have contributed to the vibrancy of this memorable occasion. Once again, many congratulations to all DAE awardees. And I request all the DAE awardees, please keep on sending your suggestions, advice to the institutes. We will sincerely work on those advice and suggestions to improve the things here. In last, I am very thankful to the DORA office under the leadership of Professor R.D. Gargs, his supporting staffs, because without good supporting staff, we cannot do anything. So his supporting staffs for their full supports and helps to make this function successful. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request everyone to please rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you everyone for your time. Have a great day ahead, and now you all are kindly invited for the lunch at Director's Lodge.
Thank you.